Hello my dear children, welcome back to the second term. So we start our second term with our fourth chapter, that is staying safe in the world of computers. Nowadays we all are using computers and internet, isn't it? So how to use the internet safely, that is what we are going to study in this chapter. Okay. So first one, netizens. What do you mean by netizens? We all are citizens, isn't it? So to be a good citizen, we need to follow the rules, isn't it? So when you cross this road, use this zebra crossing, or while don't use mobile phones while driving, like that. Many rules are there. So to be a good citizen, we need to follow the rules, isn't it? So while using the internet, we should follow some rules to be a good netizens. Okay. So as a citizen, we need to follow some rules while using the internet. Okay. So netizens, a person who uses the internet regularly is called a netizen or a citizen of the internet. So who is a netizen? A person who uses the internet regularly. Nowadays we all are netizens because we all are using internet regularly. So we all are netizens. So we are a citizen of the internet. Then why should we are alert netizens? Why should we alert? Illegal and unwanted activities occur on the internet just as they do in real life. In real life also many criminal activities are happening. So in the internet also many illegal activities are happening. So we should be very careful when use the internet. We must be alert netizens to be able to stay safe from such activities. Some common illegal activities are: first one, hacking. It is the process of gaining unauthorized access to a computer system or an account. So somebody is stealing our data. We all are giving personal information. When we create an email account, we are giving our personal information. So somebody is hacking our data, or somebody is hacking our passwords or bank account details, like that. Somebody is taking our account without our permission. So that is hacking. Hacking is the process of gaining unauthorized access to a computer system or an account. So a person who engages in hacking is known as hacker. The person who engaged in the hacking process, who is hacking the data, a person who hacks the data is called a hacker. A hacker tries to exploit the flaws in a system and gains access to private information. So hacker gains access to our private information, and it is a punishable offense. Stealing data from somebody is a punishable offense. So what the hackers are doing, they are stealing our identity, passwords, our bank details, or we are hacking our data, hacking our account, username, like all these things. They are they are thieves. What they are stealing? They are stealing our data, and by taking our data, with the help of our data, they can misuse it. They can by hacking our email address, they can be send some illegal messages to somebody. Then they can by taking our bank account, they can steal our money, like that. Many things they can do. The next is spreading fake news. So nowadays we can send many messages through Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, anything. So it's free of cost. We can send any type of data. So when we get some data, first you check whether it is true or false. Then only you forward it. Otherwise sometimes it may be a fake news. So if you are forwarding this message, this fake message is spreading to many people. So we need to be responsible about the kind of content we generate. So first, when we type some data, first we should be responsible about the kind of content, what content we are creating. Then fake news is becoming increasingly widespread. Nowadays this fake news is becoming increasingly spreading. We must always cross check each news with our parents and our teachers. So before forwarding the message, first we should cross check the message. Is it correct or not? Then only you forward the message. So we should trust news only from reliable sources. The next is fraud and impersonation. Social media enables us to share a lot of information about our lives on the internet. So we are passing many messages or something, the things happening in our life, all these things we are sending, many photos, videos and everything we are sending through Facebook or WhatsApp. So therefore it also brings the risk of others using false personal information and creating a fake profile. Sometimes some people are creating a fake profile. They are not giving actual data. They are giving some fake data and they are creating some profiles. And if we are adding them as our friend, they can misuse our data. The photos that we are forwarding or the videos that we are forwarding. With this, they can do many things. Okay. Often it is done for illicit purposes. So the people who are creating this fake profile, they are doing this for some illicit purposes, that is for illegal purposes. So one's identity can also be misused to rob money online or perform illegal transactions. So sometimes somebody is sending message, so like we are getting some messages like we are getting a message from the bank or something like that. So transfer or money to this account or please share your password, like that many messages may be getting. So it is from an illegal profile or illegal site. So if you are transferring this data, they will misuse it. The next is cyberbullying. It is to threaten or trouble someone on social media platforms or even over email by sending them unpleasant messages. So this cyberbullying, it is to threaten or trouble someone. So through the social media, some people are sending some bad comments or some unpleasant messages. So this is not fair. Bullies use the curtain of the internet to prey on others. So if we spread some fake news or a bad message about somebody, so that person may be affected. So if you are sending some message about your friend, so it may affect his studies and he may be moved to depression, like that. Okay. So don't be bully anyone. So it is this bullying comes teasing, rumors, gossiping, name calling, all this comes under bullying. The next is staying safe in cyber space. So anyway, we all are using internet and we need to use internet. We are using this internet for searching data, all these things we are using internet. So how to be safe in this cyber space? So first one, browsing the internet. Why we are browsing the internet? It is for we log on to the internet to look for information. So for searching information, if we need to get some data about something, we are searching on Google, like that. So we log on to the internet to look for information. So there are a number of things we can do to ensure that we are safe while doing this. So first one, install an antivirus. So first we need to install an antivirus. So what is a virus? It is a piece of code that can copy itself and harm the computer system by corrupting the system or destroying data. So this virus, it is a piece of code. So this can copy itself. When we this virus can be, if there is a pen drive which is having a virus. So when we copy some data from that pen drive, automatically it copies this virus, this code also to our system. So this code may destroy the data that is stored in our computer. So a computer virus is a program that replicates itself and starts inserting unwanted code in the computer, installing a good antivirus in the computer. Okay, so a computer virus, so when sometimes when we download some data from the internet, so some data might be having or some sites, it might be having virus. So when we download data from that sites, automatically this virus is installed in our computer that may destroy the data that is in our computer. So to avoid this, we need to install a good antivirus software to prevent copying this code to our computer. So installing a good antivirus software in a personal computer, laptop and smartphone ensures any virus that makes this then identified and removed. So when we copy the data or when we download some data to the computer, it identifies the virus and removed from the system. So some antiviruses are McAfee, Norton, Avast, all are some popular antiviruses. So we must remember that cyber security starts even before we connect to the internet. The next one is check the URL. What is this URL? So this is the URL. So that is the Uniform Resource Locator. That is the address. So a Uniform Resource Locator is required to open any website on the internet. So to open any website on the internet, we need a Uniform Resource Locator, that is URL. So a URL is like the address of a website. So a secure website has a log symbol before the URL and starts with HTTPS. So here you can see there is a log symbol and HTTPS. That means Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. So only you use this URL, only use the websites with this URL, with the log symbol and HTTPS. Don't use a website with the URL HTTP. It's not secure. Okay. HTTPS stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure. Websites that start with HTTPS have additional security features compared with one that starts with HTTP. Okay, so when you search for some data or when you log on to a website, first you check whether there is a log symbol and the protocol it starts with HTTPS or not. Don't use a website with this HTTP. Okay. The next one is be careful while clicking on links and downloading files. So hackers often try to hack into the system by getting users to click on links or getting them to download files, and that how viruses. Sometimes when you open your email or sometimes when you search for some data, some advertisements may come. So when you click on this link, this virus is downloaded to the system. So through these links, these viruses are spreading. So these hackers often use these links to spread the viruses or to hack the data. It could also be a prank link on an email. Before clicking on any link, we should make sure it is trustworthy. So don't click all the links that comes. So when you search search for some data on the website, many advertisements are coming. Don't click on all the links. So only click on the links that we need and it is trustworthy. Okay. We should not click on an unknown link or download a file from an unknown sender. So many things might be so sometimes when we search for something, some links are coming. Do you want to download this? If you are clicking on this, they can hack the data. So don't download or click on any link, any unknown link, or don't download a file from an unknown sender. The next one is beware of scam. A scam is a method in which a cyber criminal allures people with free prices in exchanges for their financial details such as credit card numbers and bank account details. Sometimes some messages are coming. So you got 1 lakh rupees prize. So give your details or give your bank account. Like that, some messages are coming. So if you are providing our bank account details, they will steal the money from our account. So don't click on that link. So when we get this message like you got 1 lakh rupees prize, or you got an opportunity to participate in this, you forward this message to somebody, like that many messages are coming. So if you are clicking on this, they steal our data and they will misuse our data, or if you are providing our account details like that, they will steal money from our account. So some common scam themes are fake shopping websites, lottery or a donation, work from home opportunities. We are getting many advertisement like this, work from home opportunities. You can earn this much money monthly, like that. Many advertisements are coming. So don't go for it. Then job offers, free vacations, like that. These are some scam themes. Then some scam emails or posts are often grammatically incorrect, show a sense of urgency, arouse curiosity for clicking a link, and request personal information such as phone numbers or bank details. So normally it looks like a message. Sometimes these messages are grammatically incorrect, or this message is having only 2 more days left, or hurry up, 1 more day left, like that. This message will be like that, or something that arouse our curiosity. So we will go for it, and it may ask our phone number or bank details. So don't give such data. So never give our bank details or a phone number or a personal information to anybody. Okay. The next one is creating accounts on platforms. Any type of online account is our footprint on the internet. So when we create an email address, we are providing our personal information, and through WhatsApp we are forwarding photos, videos, etc. Then we can take the following steps to ensure the safety of our online accounts. So when we create an account, when we provide a password, it should be a strong password. Don't only use the letters. It may be easy to hack our password. Normally it may be our family name, or our brother's name, or a sister's name, or father's name, or child's name, like that. We are providing some passwords. It's very easy to hack this password. So always when you give a password, use a strong password, that is a mix of letters, numbers, or uppercase or lowercase letters, symbols, like that. It should be a mix of all these. This makes it more difficult for hackers to hack our passwords and break into our account. So if you are if you are making a strong password, it's not easy for a hacker to hack our details. So it should so our password should include uppercase and lowercase letters, both uppercase and lowercase letters, then numbers 0 to 9, and symbols. So if you are creating a password with all these, use with the uppercase and uppercase and lowercase letters, include a number and a symbol also. Then it won't be easy for a hacker to hack our account. Then privacy settings. So through WhatsApp and Facebook, we are sending many our personal when we are go for a trip and like that, we are taking some photos and we are forwarding it through Facebook and WhatsApp. So when we forward our personal photos or videos, it should be visible only for our family or friends. Don't make it visible for public. Okay. So once an account is created, we should ensure that only friends and family can access our information. So any information, any personal information that we are forwarding, it should be visible only for our friends and family. Privacy settings are not only important for social media accounts, but also for other sites where our personal information is stored. Wherever we are giving our personal information, this privacy settings are very important. So for example, in phone settings, we can disallow Google to access our location. Then communicating with others online. So when we are chatting through Facebook and all, don't chat with strangers. When we are chatting with non-people also, we should be very careful, and we should be careful in our language that we are using. Don't transfer any inappropriate messages. So we should be responsible netizens while interacting with others online. Some of the ways to as follows: limited and polite interactions. We should not interact with strangers on the internet. Never interact with strangers on the internet. So it may be take us into trouble. So there are many things are nowadays in newspapers. We are reading many news about chatting. Something happened through chatting. So don't interact with strangers on the internet. Even while interacting with non-people, we should make sure that our language is polite, and we should not say anything inappropriate, because many people are seeing this message. So always when we chat with or interact with non-people also, our language should be polite, and we should not say anything inappropriate. Then verify facts and give credit. It is important to make sure that the information we share is not fake. So we are getting many messages and we are just forwarding it. So before forwarding any message, first we should check whether this news is correct or not. Then only you forward it. Facts should be verified on official websites. So sometimes many news there are some difference between fact and opinion. So sometimes there may be some messages in Cherrapunji. It's a place where often rainfall is happening. So sometimes the fact is that the rainfall is more than last year. But the news that comes is the people are facing problem with this rainfall. So we can check with the official website how much rainfall it got in Cherrapunji. So before forwarding any message, we should check whether the information is correct or not. Don't forward any fake news. We should try to notice the difference between facts and opinions. So we should come to the end of this chapter. So while using the internet, you should be very careful. Don't share any of your personal information through the internet, and while using the internet, you should be very careful. Don't click on any link that is from an unknown person or unknown sites. Then while interacting people through Facebook or a WhatsApp like that, don't interact with any strangers. And when we interact with non-people also, always use a polite language. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class. Thank you.